Yo, what is going on, everybody? Caveman Jack back live from the studio. Yo, now this is a little bit different, of course. I've just come back from traveling around for a couple of months, and new year, a new space for these reactions. This is for the time being, this will be our new space to check out new albums, new music. I thought fitting for this new space, for the first video in this new kind of studio, is while I was away, I checked out The Smile for the first time. Now, for those who have been following the channel for a while, you know how much Radiohead as a band means to this channel. It means to me. I've been able to connect with an amazing amount of people through this band, and one of my favorite bands. So I checked out The Smile for the very first time. They announced a new album. Now, The Smile is got two original members from Radiohead, Thom Yorke and Johnny Greenwood, and Tom Skinner is a drummer, I think, who's from a different band. So they've got this trio and they've announced a new album. They've got a new tour that's going around. They're doing some really cool things. Their debut album is called A Light for Attracting Attention. I've heard from a lot of you guys that it feels similar to an extension of Radiohead. Their sound feels like it has continued on this new venture for some of the boys from Radiohead. And so I'm really keen to sink my teeth into it, and kind of Wall of Eyes was the single I checked out from their new album. But I'm actually keen to just chill out, listen to this project. This is The Smile with their debut album, A Light for Attracting Attention. Okay, so we've got those electronic sounds straight away. I wonder what this type of sound we're going to get from these guys is. Just waiting to hear Tom's voice, man. I can't wait. It's like that offbeat like kick right now. How it's building, you can feel the build. We don't need a fight. Yeah, I need to turn it up. We don't need a fight. Look towards the light. Such a great voice, man. Just the layers here on the synth work and the guitar, like, it feels really like uplifting, and it's rising in a really positive way. And I love this kind of sound. The same fantastic intro track to this album, a way to just fall into the sound completely. I liked how peaceful yet chaotic the mix sounded. It was just really subtle rises throughout the track that you're kind of listening to, and the song kind of slowly builds until Thom starts his vocal performance. And then as we're kind of going through the track, he's not doing too much with his voice. It's very soft spoken, very soft from Thom. And I think like it really blends really nicely with the abstract layering of the synth work. And just, I mean, we heard guitars there as well. It's the perfect track to just close your eyes, and it really feels like the soundscapes are moving. They're constantly moving as you listen, and I think that can really send you to another place. Most of my favorite Radiohead tracks are the ones where you can just fall into it, and they are often, you know, I know this is not Radiohead, but hearing Thom's voice again and Johnny as well, you're gonna get that Radiohead influence, and that one was pretty chaotic, but still kept that really peaceful mix, which I felt like uplifted as I was listening to it, just because the synth was really warm, and it was kind of like almost like an alarm like, but didn't feel like a state of kind of, man, I'm freaking out right now. It was just kind of like a nice droning that was like, yeah, it's pretty good. So it's a great start to the album. Those drums there, we got those King of Limbs drums. Yeah, he's moving all across the drums. The toms, the cymbals, the snare. Nice layering on the guitars here. Guitar and the drums have been the real champion of this song so far. There's those kind of harmonies, those ghostly harmonies in the back. The opposite was felt like, again, chaotic, like the same, but this one felt a little bit more kind of chaotic in less peaceful chaos and more kind of like moving very quickly. At times, the different instrumentation felt a bit disjointed, but I think that was like part of the track's vibe. It was disjointed to try add a bit of chaos to the track, so you could stop and you could listen to each piece of instrumentation in isolation. And to be honest, I struggled to hear the whole sound, just because in first time listening to a track like that, where it's got those disjointed pieces of instrumentation, I felt like I was going from sound to sound. Thom's kind of vocals kind of just blended into the background there a little bit. Each piece of instrumentation had a voice. The drums and the guitar were very loud in this song, and they took your full focus, I thought. Oh man, all right, this is some I like that. It's a bit of Gang of Youths like this intro. Punchy drums. Tom Skinner on the drums, very punchy. Guitar melody is really just like captivating and really nice sound. This breakdown here is very Radiohead. Look at that flute. Trippy there. Damn, that was a up-tempo track, like that had that kind of electioneering, like high energy vibe that I hadn't really heard from Tom in a while. And truth be told, the heavier kind of Radiohead songs have always taken me a little bit longer to kind of dive into and sink my teeth into, just because I'm much more inclined to fall into kind of mellow sounds and ballad-like pieces. So these last two tracks that have been a little bit more up-tempo are tracks that I have to sit with a bit longer because of how punchy the instrumentation is. Tom Skinner on the drums so far has really gone to work. You're really hearing his assertiveness on each of the tracks. His drumming has a voice. And the guitar from Johnny, once again, like he's showcasing his talent. Last two tracks have been a real, showcase as to why this band is dissimilar to Radiohead. There is elements there, of course, but this band is its own thing as well. And that's what we're seeing on these last two tracks, I think. And now we're at this piano sound. Dark.
Eyes are open wide. And now I see you without your robes on, without your crown.
His voice, man, that falsetto. Oh, this is very Radiohead, man. This piano breakdown, that drum beat. We're rising in this song. Bass guitar's good.
It's gonna break. It's like it holds me in its game. If I go,
the strings are good.
it's because this happened once before, and now it's
Man, Pana-Vision, great track. Great track. Like I said, those kind of sounds where you can kind of fall into it a bit more are the ones I'm more inclined to just connecting with off the bat. His falsetto was just, it's been really interesting hearing the different vocal takes Thom has gone for on this album. He feels very free, explorative in his vocal takes, so it's less kind of fixed in nature, and it really does move with the music and exploring different sounds. That song felt very reminiscent of some Radiohead tracks, the way the piano breakdown and the drum beat, that kind of spacey drum beat. Don't know, drum beat starting the track off. Yeah, man. I mean, being a trio, you know, you're hearing, you know, that the power of the guitar, the power of the drums really having their voice. Damn, he's working that bass, man. He's working that bass guitar.
Easy, easy. It begs me while I'm sleeping. A desire, second chance. I have set myself on fire. Don't mess with me as I die in the flames, as I set myself on fire.
Nice horn work there.
Wakes me from my sleep, smoke.
That's
Wakes me
breakdown.
wakes me from my sleep, smoke. Yeah. I want true revolution. Wakes me from my sleep, smoke. Wakes me from my sleep, smoke.
Great composition on this track, you know. A lot of different sounds.
We set ourselves on fire. Wakes me from my sleep,
Love that breakdown. This gets me every time.
from my sleep, smoke. Wakes me from my sleep, smoke. Wakes
That bass guitar was awesome on that track. Just the way that it was celebrated really drove the song, was constant throughout that whole song. Going through the Radiohead discography has made me really appreciate every single member of that band, and Johnny's impact on not only Radiohead's music, but so much other music in general, like compositions and soundtracks, score work. The guy is a genius, and just hearing the way that he's constantly moved over track so effortlessly in the Radiohead songs that I love and have gone through. It's a pleasure to hear him really kind of go to work on this album. There was a breakdown a couple times in that track that it felt like very light, and we transitioned to a really nice patch that segued the verses, and it was I think it acted as a chorus really, and that was really beautiful. I really enjoyed that part. Speech bubbles. Got the toms going.
We run for years. We run like fools. The bells ringing. is gone, left in a station with a note upon. Now there's never any place, never any place to put my feet back down. Oh, find a guy in the pouring rain. Oh, find a way, put the needle in. Who is that boy?
Man,
It's
strings.
like bells ringing.
Right. Man, Speech Bubbles might be my favorite track on the album so far. Just took me to another world. Just the composition on that track was incredible, man. The strings, the guitar work, the drum beat, just yeah, it worked so well for me. Thom has just continued to just flow so effortlessly. Like when he goes into that falsetto, it sounds so effortless. And Speech Bubbles was one of those tracks where I could hear so much happening. And for me, it bewilders me and makes me feel so just invested into the soundscapes, because you're hearing all of these. Like if you go back and listen to that song, the amount of sounds that you hear that complement each other and they're put in the right spots just to generate this continuous feeling of almost like you're floating. And the Smile, the rest of the boys in Radiohead, they have got a incredible ability to naturally create sounds that feel so organic, feel so live. So that track was very special. The loopiness is nice. Not moving up. Voice effect there on Tom's voice right now. Reminds me of the Aussie band Sapphire. Chaotic this track. Kind of Halloween, kind of Castlevania sound right now. That's it. Hard to get a read of this track. Very disjointed sounds, very chaotic track. another one of those chaos pieces that we've had on this album. Just a lot of sounds flying in. I think because they were more kind of like melodic sounds, I think I still like I could fall into this one, even though it's a bit chaotic. I could still fall into this one a bit more. But you're constantly moving, and that dinu 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 really cool. I like that breakdown that we heard a couple times with the drums coming in. A track that and can kind of catch you off guard because as soon as you kind of lose yourself in it, it's almost like, dang, like where am I at in this track? I'm enjoying the kind of trippiness that has surrounded this project so far. We've got a lot of different kind of psychedelic kind of sounding synth work, really jazzy sounds as well, which has been really cool. Just a unique album that really is showcasing the smile and what they're about and the hybrid of genres that they're working with here. Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's going in the right direction. I'm liking where the piano's sitting. You know when you can feel like a song's just gonna be special. It feels like it right now.
Don't bore us. Get to the chorus. And open the floodgates.
Right. Let's go. Pretty video game-esque. Great use of instrumentation, the layering, the guitars, the synths. Really bang on, man. So solid. Man, great track. Great track. Just super. I don't even know. Love that song. Open the Floodgates reminded me, like I've said a couple times, the ballad pieces, the slow melodic sounds are the ones that just hit me. They really hit me. And that's where I'm getting the most kind of impactful listening experience. I genuinely feel like when we hear songs like that and the synth work, as soon as I heard the piano, like I knew I had that feeling, it was going in the right way. It didn't go too many harsh sounds on the piano, very light parts of the piano. Same with the guitar work. You weren't hearing those harsher, darker tones on that track. So it made it feel quite like floaty and kept you up. Kept you up. It didn't drag you down. Like some Radiohead tracks, they do that. They kind of transition between light and dark. But that one there felt relatively light and it was so nice to fall into that song. That is the sound I like. And the Smile really delivered on that sound. It reminded me of Radiohead, I won't lie. It really did. And some of my favorite moments from some of the Radiohead projects. But it also feels distinct. This is a Smile. We're going to treat this album like it is the Smile. We're going to keep making sure that we give the Smile their props rather than keep referencing Radiohead, which is difficult at times. That is good, man. That is good. Oh, man. Now we're getting a real showcase of the guitar and how the strings are just highlighting it. So warm sounds, man. So easy to fall into.
Free in the knowledge that one day this will end.
Oh my gosh.
Free in the knowledge that everything has changed. This was just a bad moment. We were fumbling around, but we won't get caught like that. We're soldiers on our backs. We won't get caught like that.
Dang, man, that voice control is crazy.
A face using fear to try to keep control.
My gosh, man.
When we get together, well then who knows? I talk to the face in the mirror. He can't get through.
Dang, what a line.
I say it's time that you deliver. We see through. I talk to the face in the mirror. He can't get through. Time's out, we're together, both me and you.
My goodness, man. Back-to-back songs that have just been phenomenal. Phenomenal. That is a standout track. That had like top songs like written all over it. Like that's my favorite track on the album, Free in the Knowledge. Even the song title, I love the song title. Some of the lyrics were just so powerful. Talking about, seeing I'm talking to the man, the face in the mirror, but I can't get through. Like, dang, man, just powerful instrumentation. The tracks that leave you speechless are the ones that just have so much power. Like, completely getting lost in the trance. That is that track. Incredible composition once again. The Smile delivered like crazy on that song. Just very emotional and just so damn warm, man. I wonder if we're going to now go into a more kind of assertive sound, a bit more kind of chaotic, or if we'll one seems a little bit more up tempo already, more volatile in sound.
Shame on you, blue and fox. Shame on you, blowing home, blowing home, making home. True sea, true flying sunshine for the sun.
Man, drums super captivating. That beat.
So come so look at all the pretty lights. 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 Look at all the pretty lights.
Man, this track's been a real journey, and we still got a little bit to go, so. Very atmospheric sounds right now, moving around from ear to ear. The song title Hairdryer felt very relevant for the theme of this song and the way that the kind of song evolved very quickly. It almost felt like we were getting blown from place to place, different soundscapes. A really abstract song, again, goes back to the theme of like really psychedelic, trippy kind of rockier sounds. And it's a piece that you go back to, and I think it's a Hairdryer is a song that you will go back to and probably break it down section by section, because it really felt like we were just going from place to place, which for someone that enjoys different pockets of instrumentation, that was really exciting, not knowing where we were going to head next. 5 minutes of just evolving sounds. Dang, man. Got a bit of Daft Punk vibe to it, which I'm really liking.
Out of my sight, out of my mind, out of my sight,
Oh, this is a cool
out of
sound.
what's coming, out of my sight, out of my sight, out of my sight. Couldn't move a muscle, couldn't get the breath there, couldn't see the face when didn't wanna listen, couldn't scratch it down now. Couldn't wave a white flag, didn't see it coming. There has to be a way out. There's another way out. There's another way out.
Daft Punk sounding synths on that track was so cool, super like captivating. Tom's vocals, the way he sung that song, the way he delivered that song, I'd never really heard him sing like that before. And like the strings have been so impactful on this album, and the strings just kind of carry us through the song. It's almost like we're on a chariot and the strings are like the horses, kind of just like taking us through the mix. We're getting so many different elements and vibes on this album, and the Smile are doing a fantastic job at really delivering many special moments. Oh, how's that? That synth is great. It's like a move. That's good, man. That's fantastic.
It's a terrible shame. It's a terrible shame, I know. It's a brutal game. Gonna have to let you go. I'm stuck in a rut, can't find my way out. And the side are closing in. We don't know what tomorrow brings. 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 It's a terrible shame, and the grass is always green. Get a while could, I get sad and then get me. I'm stuck in a rut in a flatland drainage ditch, and I'm drowning in irrelevance. We don't know what tomorrow brings. 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 We don't know
Oh my gosh. That's good synth, man. Oh, that is tough. So weighty. So much just kind of presence. Dang. Dang, man. Man, this album has been full of surprises. That was a much more kind of, that's the up tempo. It was up tempo, but it was more melodic, and I think that's why I connected with it more than the earlier up tempo tracks, which felt a little bit more kind of less melodic in the delivery of the sounds as well as the vocals. I think they were a bit more percussive, and even the instrumentation on the guitar was a little bit more rockier on those earlier tracks. But this up tempo one, the synth really drove it, and the guitar obviously came in and did its magic as well. But dang, man. I just like the delivery on We Don't Know What Tomorrow Brings. Powerful line. It can be interpreted a hell of a lot of ways. And I just enjoyed that track a lot. Definitely be going back to that one. Full of surprises, this album. So we're up to the final track, and what a ride it has been. Finally. So grateful that we could finally sit down and check out The Smile. Like you try to find your place in the song, some of them, and it's just like the beat's a little bit slightly off, and you're kind of like,
when we realize we have only to die from we're out of here, we're just skirting on the surface.
this instrumentation is a bit Black Country New Road, just really ensemble-esque, a lot of different pieces of instrumentation. Man, I didn't say much on that track because I was just kind of lost in it. Reminded me a little bit of the Pyramid song, which was cool. Just the unorthodox sounds, unorthodox beat patterns, but very calming song. Sometimes when you have these disorientating patterns and beat patterns, it can be a little bit kind of distracting and it's hard to fall into the song. But on that occasion, I felt like I was able to still fall into it and close my eyes and really be transported. A light for attracting attention really had a lot of special moments, and the Smile had a fantastic ability to create many different spaces on this project, and each of the track kind of sends you to a different place, and that's power of music. There's going to be some tracks that'll probably hit some people more, like there was for me. The more slower ballad pieces did, but I enjoyed the up-tempo ones as well, and their ability to create incredible sounds. This album as a whole really fits with the same kind of vibe that we have heard from Radiohead, but it feels like its own thing. You're getting the similarities, but there's also a unique aspect to this band, and I'm so excited to keep listening to this project because it's a project that I think will continue to reveal itself and show more and more of its hidden prowess. There's obviously the stuff that's on full display, but there's so many pieces of the composition that are really subtle. Nigel, I think, is producing this one again, the legend that's been with them, well, been with Radiohead since OK Computer. I think he worked on this with them. And once again, he's delivered and helped create and compose some incredible tracks. You know, as I've listened to more and more music, I'm realizing more and more what sounds really hit me and what sounds I really connect with. And it's really cool because when you hear tracks that start to kind of, well, you know, you hear a track will start and you'll be like, oh man, this sounds pretty good. And when it kind of continues to unravel itself, like there was on a couple of tracks in this reaction where it was just like, this is it. This is the vibe I'm looking for. So incredible to finally sit down and listen to The Smile. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you've gotten this far and you want to see my Radiohead reactions, I've listened to all of the Radiohead projects, even the disc 2 of In Rainbows. So feel free to hit the playlist and have a listen or have a watch. And if you enjoyed this video, I want to see more, feel free to hit the subscribe button and join the community. We listen to a bunch of different genres on the channel. Hopefully you guys all have a fantastic week. Take care, and I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.